Alrighty, I think we are all set up. Okay. There we go. Alright, we are picking up where we left off yesterday. Yeah, continue. I made some changes, as is tradition. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this is our... I think I need to set up a couple of blueprints. While I do this, I'm going to chill over here by the oxygen refiller. So what I need, power plant, asteroid power plant. Then we have a new blueprint. I think what I need to do is... What's this? This is a manufacturer for plates. Right. Okay. So... takes one way or the other. Just go straight. Or actually... Oh, I can access this. Okay. Alright, so we want to do... device. Constructor turns bars into plates. Right. Is the end result. Power supply. These guys here. And then we're gonna have, oh, that wasn't the power supply. Why am I thinking that's the power supply? Power supply. Right, and then we're gonna have, this turns bars into plates. This turns ores into bars. What we could do something like this. Could have it go both ways like this to get prime time. I feel like this is the side to go with, not that one, because then we could set up this underneath, just go straight across. Those are bars just going in there. Trying a new approach today. And then this is coming into here or here. Right. This is what we'll do for iron plates. Oh no, I gotta do that. Okay, so swap this out. We're gonna do something real fancy. And silly. I don't know if it's gonna work. Mining. Asteroid catcher. Asteroid catcher pulls it in. Goes on over to a smelter, which turns it into bars. I think better when it looks like this. It's not going to happen today. Okay, so that's what we're doing for you. Catch it, drop it, but I also might need a... So if we're doing this for iron, and you're going to be making iron bars, and you're making iron plates. There's also the chance that it comes with other things besides that. So everything else except iron. I don't know. I don't have titanium yet. So 1, 2, 3, and you. Copper, gold. I don't have aluminum yet. So copper, gold, and carbon, and ice. All go to the left. And everything else goes straight through. You'll process 3 of them into 2 bars. 2 bars becomes 4 plates. And then at the end of all this, let's keep it all. Can we do it both ways? I mean, we could if we wanted to. Would that be faster? I don't know if that would be faster or not. Just keep it like this. Right, so it's gonna pipe off this stuff elsewhere. Let's just say into storage for now, which is in device. Regular old storage. Wish you could move it. Right, and then you're gonna have this dump into this specifically. Yeah. Restoring plates. That's my little plate blueprint. Okay. Iron plate blueprint. Iron plates. We duplicate this. Just say copper. Of copper, add iron. Make you that. Make you that. And that's, there we go. We have copper plates. That should be actually kind of cool. I didn't check where the intake is. Oh, the intake is wherever I put it because it's just this. the iron. Now this is copper. Well, if I wanted to have two things for iron plates, technically could. I think that's all we need here is this. All I have to do is just patch up electricity. Right? Yeah, I think. Alright, so let's do that through this. Electricity to there. To here. Electricity to oh, I forgot to put that on there. To got to put that on the blueprint, didn't I? That one was fine, it's just the other two. Now this should all be working. Iron in. Then we also have this here, or the backup of all this stuff down here. Down here, we're going to have a ton of materials piping up. I think what I'm going to do is have all this stuff go up through the walls. But also have this. Is that 3 deep? Dock. Exploration. Right. So we're gonna do just wall stuff. Can we not do walls? Odd. Alright, so we can't do that. Screw that up. Delete this. Alright, now we've got plates coming in. Nice. Okay, we're gonna have this go up this side. Do I even need to swap that out? Let me check. Paths. No. Cool. So this is going to be logic brick. This one. Only iron. Now we come up to the stoppage. So now blueprints, copper plates. I guess we could just do that, like have them one right on top of the other. Extend this out. Fine. Before I go any further, let me fix these. I gotta put iron plates, modify, same deal. Big power, okay. That way. And that. That way. Okay. Now that should start producing everything we need. And send this stuff over to here. Logic block of this for copper. Now I have copper plates and nice. Iron. Do I just dump it in? Yes. Gold? We ain't got no room for no gold here. Alright, so that comes up through there, so we solved that. Why isn't there anything else coming up now? Power situation, okay. Are we just purely extracting coal from where we gotta get it now? Okay, cool. I gotta figure out what to do with all this ice. So for now, this is what this is doing. And that's fine. Eventually, we're gonna have to redo this all anyway to accommodate for this. So I guess what I'll do is Set it up with 2 belts, potentially. 1 for iron, 1 for copper. But that's just for those 2 pieces. We need more than that. So let's think this out. We also need to make... What else does a constructor make? Oh, I forgot this. Appearance. Oh yeah, I forgot to post that I'm live on my Discord and stuff. Whoopsie daisy. I knew there was one thing I was forgetting to do. Forgot about that one. I knew there's always one step I forget to do when I go live, and this is usually it. There we go. Okay. So, you also make screws. Screws come from rods. Rods come from... come from smelters. Which require coal and iron plates. You also make iron plates. The only way to improve is to learn, and failure is one of... Oh, I've learned a lot then for this game. Trust me. I don't know if you saw what I was working on the other day. I've deleted my ship. I don't know how many times yet, but I've turned the entire bottom floor into the power for the ship. And then I realized having a sushi belt isn't ideal. So we're doing it this way now, where each machine gets its own resource collector and then dumps the trash into storage for now. So like this one here is collecting only iron. Then it dumps the only iron into here, and I'm getting plates in a rate that I never did before because SMRT. Why is that in there? I don't know. Oh, son of a bitch. It's too close to that. Gotta push it one further out. Learned another thing. No, they're separate. These little guys are separate, but these guys are like a dimensional depot. Whatever's in there, I can pull from whenever I want. But now the part that sucks about the blueprints in this game is you can't just undo them with one hit. You gotta like undo the whole network like so. Take that out. That out. And this is gonna go one further. Beleted. Is there a way to combine the storage so that you can craft additional and derivative items from your... Yeah, that's what this is. The warehouse does that. I think that's what you're talking about. You can store your resources here and use them directly when constructing. This one is just to store them, because this is the overflow from here. So like it's only supposed to take iron, and I'm telling it when it's copper, gold, carbon, or ice, throw it this way into here so it doesn't jam everything up. But now I have to remember this has an output directly there. I should probably have turned this way in the blueprint. Maybe that's what I'll do. Storage. This. Oh, I'm suffocating. Yeah, now that'll do that instead. I think that's a little bit better. So let's fix our blueprint. Now that's that one. And copper plates are just a clone of it, really. Modify, so we do this again. If I rotate, yeah, I can't move though. I've really come to like automation games. If you've noticed, that's all my streams have been lately. Alright, so there we go. We have that. Now if we set down copper plates again, blueprints, copper plates. This time it won't be an issue. There. I wonder if that's the exact same power hookups I had before. Nope, because it would be working if it were. Oh, it's a beat off. But how you doing there, Sin? As are you, really trying to tell stories with your content. Yeah, I don't really try to. I've given up on the idea of like trying to script a story for stuff. I just stream. You're tired and painfully sore. What? Is everything okay, or is it just like old man bones, like I'm starting to feel lately? This comes here. Rid of all the gold on here. Brings down the copper. Lots of editing this week. Getting okay, good. Nice, dude. I realize I don't drink any water throughout the day, and then when I come on stream, I'm just guzzling it down by the gallon. And because I changed the shape of it, we don't even have to worry about this. Okay, so we have copper plates and we have iron plates. Now we have to do, I think taking up this whole section would be for rods. So the way rods work are first we have to take in asteroids. Asteroids of iron. And then they get fed into a smelter. To make bars. And again, we have to have some runway. It's a little, this is a little different than Satisfactory. You're gonna make iron bars. Wait, oh yeah, bars. Actually, what I could do is just take... do this. Hold on, go back. Remove this. Iron plates, duplicate. Okay. So this is making iron plates. And instead of sending them into here, we have to send them into another smelter. Another smelter that is also receiving copper. Not copper. That is also receiving carbon. Think. You're pulling in carbon, you're pulling in iron. Iron gets fed into the smelter. Gotta be a better way to go about this, because I could take whatever carbon comes from here also and pipe it into you. The brain hurts a lot. So, get rid of this and this. Let's think about this. I wish you could just highlight and move. It'd be so cool if you could just, like, move them. Oh, I didn't realize you could use the left and right arrow to rotate this way. That's nice. So. Think about the pieces you need. You need another one of these. Need another one of these. At the end of this. For that. This is going to pipe into here. Why go that way? Go this way with it. this way with it. That pipes into there. No, this is the blueprint designer for the Brick of Life. So that when I want to just plop down a new factory for making plates, I just throw this down instead of having to remap the whole thing. But I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get this to work intelligently. I'm guessing I would have to do it like this. Go around that because you need power, you need power. How you doing, Muujin? Comes out to here. And then this will be my storage warehouse. A little more track than I would like to use, but right, so we have a modified iron plate. Which outputs all this stuff over here. This should be facing that way. So that goes there. Good. Glad to hear you're doing fine, sir. That's going good there. Then we go back with that logic brick to the left. Wait, no, it wouldn't be this. This would just be, it would just be this one here. Bump. Yeah, just to bump. Copper, gold, coal, and ice. No. Oh yeah, this is for the second story. I've redone a little bit. I'll show you. I turned the entire bottom level into a power plant. It's pulling in resources, mining it for you know, burning it for power. All the excess rocks that get sent up go up here now. And this is my plate production for iron plates. This is my plate production for copper plates, which something is wrong. It seems. Oh, that's why, because I have all this extra copper on me. Here, if I were to do this, dump all the extra stuff I have. Oh, that's why. The ice is backed up, isn't it? I gotta figure out what to do for the ice. I'm gonna lose power at one point. But yeah, these guys should where is it? Merge inventory? Yeah. This is the only guy that's left that's actually able to like pump stuff out. It sends up all the copper up here and it gets bumped into this. But now I'm trying to work on rods, which is going to take up this whole section here. Which was this one. Modify. So basically it's going to pull in iron and pull in carbon. Voidling Bound is coming up soon. I just saw that Pal World 1.0 is releasing in July. So we got lots of stuff to check out. Lots and lots of fun stuff to check out. I don't know about you, but I feel like out of all the Summer Games Fest stuff that got announced, like none of it applied to me really. Like nothing new anyway. All right, let's think about this. You're taking iron ore and everything else is going out this way. We're also going to be dumping in. This is bars. No, this is supposed to be that. Not that. These take 14 seconds a pop. I feel like there should be more than one of this. It takes one. This makes two at a time. Spacecraft early access. Oh god, yeah. It's gonna get nuts soon with all the games coming out. I think I can move this one back. Question mark. Yeah. Duplicate this guy here. Mind. Duplicate this guy here. No. I can undo what I just did. There's no undo. Here's how you undo it. Remove the whole thing. No. Alright, let's try this again. The very end of it all. We're gonna have you. It's the absolute farthest you can be. So that there. We want to feed into this guy only. Do this reverse engineer, the reverse way. Device. Constructor. No. Smelter, technically. This one will make my recipe of this. I want to have two of them side by side, so they're making use of the double plates. These go here. Okay. Then we're going to have to feed into these plates, which are coming out of the constructor. But if we could just do it like this. Oh, wait a minute. This might be the way to go. Plates here. Dude, okay. You're making plates. So 1 and 1 comes out, feeds into this. But now to make you make your plates. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just made boo-boo. No, wait, I could make the... They can go up and over. I keep forgetting that part. To make you make plates, we need another smelter. Feeding you iron bars. That's where that's going to go. But we need a little bit of space. What feeds into this smelter to go into that other storage. Right, so you're making that, you're turning that into 2 plates. Each one of you is taking a plate, so that'll be 1 every 7 seconds. Now we have to hiccup. Mining. This is for the iron. If I put this, if I drop you there, I have to move you over 1, 2. Put you here. This will be for the iron. Got it. Okay. There we go with that. And we're going to do a logic block into storage container. And then with this, number 2, sending copper, gold, and ice into there. So iron and coal come out here. Now it's just iron gets pushed into there. Coal will get dumped into there. Actually, this has to come out. This has to rotate. And you're going here. Yeah. Because then what I'm going to do also is we're going to set up this guy over yonder. And this guy is coal. I keep calling it coal, but it's just something else. Carbon. Same difference. And this is going to be a splitter that does... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if I say do carbon that way, it has to filter out so that it's only carbon going forward first. Guess I could put it here like this. Yeah. Why doesn't it do what I want it to do? Huh. There you go. That's all. Because these are going the wrong... Oh. Oh. That's why it's not going to do that. Oh boy. Alright, so now this is just going to be straight up. Yeah. With a splitter here for 50-50 of carbon. We'll send it this way and into this. And I have to do this guy. That way. And then into a storage. I think I just figured it out. So, you pull in iron that gets smelted into this to make bars that gets smelted into plates that dumps 2 plates out into these smelters that make iron rods that require also carbon coming from here, which splits and splits, and whatever excess carbon is from here also splits into that one, going into the depot. We got it. Okay, so this is iron rods. Now, I don't know if that's going to fit on my ship design so far, but we could also expand because now I have a ton of floor tiles. Blueprints. Iron rods. I mean, technically... Who cares about this design anyway? Design was very human. Oh yeah, I could probably just pull whatever's in this out at this point and dump it into here. We're filling up good on these plates. We're gonna have to eventually figure out a way to recycle these things back into rotation. But that's a story for another day. That's also a problem, is gold. All right. Yeah, let's select these guys, and all this. Delete. Let's make it white floors. Or as the eye can see. Right. Oh, did I do everything with wiring for this? No. That's everything. Wire, 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 wire. Okay, now we're good. Let's drop it down. Hey, Frank, how you doing, buddy? Can you tell I got the bug? I've got the bug. Yeah, I was in the car today going to get lunch, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm doing everything wrong in this game. I feel like I should do it this way because this is where those dudes are plopping in. Yeah, that way. Beginnings of a board cube. Wait, hold on, really? Let me go check that out. Oh, this one. Yeah. I don't know what all that stuff is yet. But you can do some wild things, apparently. Alright, so now let's hook this thing up with some power. Some power. Boy, howdy, do we got some connections to make. Those go there. I guess I could put this through the wall. Not a diagonal hole we want, just a regular hole. You've had what happen, Frank? That. This one to here. Connect them. Alright, so now iron rods are in production. How is my power grid looking? Pretty good considering all this stuff. Yeah, that's the whole point of the game. It's Astro Colony. You're supposed to set up like outposts on here to get your materials, but like I need materials to get to the point where I just go there. I will eventually just park my, like, get a whole mining operation set up, park this on there and turn the treads on, and then that'll feed into this line, which will is also going to feed into other stuff. So now I have this set up. I'm going to need, I'm also going to start running out of wire soon, so I got to set up a wire print. I have plenty of wire, but next blueprint. Oh, yeah, driving sleeping, just waking up thinking about a game and how to, yeah, that's what we were talking about, because my brain is like a goldfish. Okay, so now we have to make wires. Wires come from plates. We have our plates here. These go into a manufacturer. Into this side. Plates go into a manufacturer. Out comes wire. Oh, we're gonna do like we did before. All right. Just tear it all down. New. Let's just set up like we did before. Want to have device you storing all of our stuff. Okay. What's going into you is going to be 2 manufacturers. Again, dumping out. It worked much better with smelters because they were like able to be put right next to each other. Like it was the perfect amount of space. Then you have to have the constructor. I hate when it's not asymmetrical. Making this, you're making this, or dumping out this, plates. Of course, I have this. You're gonna go up one. I don't want to be bothered to redo all of that. There. Whatever. All right, so you're dumping out the plates. Plates become wires. Wires go to storage. To make the copper plates, we need the bars. Come from the smelters. Which also need to run off into bars are fine. Actually move up one. Smelter becomes this. And then we have to have the mining operation output this way. Dump it out into that one. Or would there be enough room here to do what I want to do? Yeah, if I just also put this like here or something. Device U. Storage. Now we got to figure out logic blocks. Only push in copper. That's much easier. Pulling in copper. Copper comes in, only push copper into the smelter. Smelter feeds into here. This feeds into this. That's much easier than I was anticipating. Okay. Power lines. 1, 2, or 5 machines. All right. That is copper wires. See if we could set them up kind of in here. That'd be kind of neat. Device. Wires. Oh, we're just not large. Okay. Well, we're gonna go really heavy on one side. How many wide is this? This is 16. So if I expand you by 16 on this side, well, 13. You gotta be the white color. Trying to work on a thing here. 13. Whatever this is. Then we get rid of this. And fill in the blanks with you. I do you copper wires. What would be the best way to do this? Oh, gotta go a little wider. Is that like... The only thing I don't like is I can't like... And okay, there we go. Can't go backwards. I can go forwards in that way, but I can't go... If I hit down, it's just going this way. Up is this way. It doesn't like take my current position into account. I'm gonna place this poorly and then have to redo it. So let's go like here. Excuse me, asteroid. Thank you. All right. And then extend this by 155. Yep. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Ow. Oh, I went too far. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. I think that's equidistant. 21. Okay, we're good. Right, now we gotta wire things up over here now. Yep, zaroo. Alright, this is the best shot we got. So, through this one. I don't know why I put walls in here. Only makes my life more interesting. Alright, we only have that many things to wire up, okay. Those connect. No, it's just my brain. I will lose my shit if it's not asymmetrical. It'll be very, very lopsided unless I go into the idea of it being a ship with a crab claw like I did in No Man's Sky with the Corvette. Alright, so now that's working. Did I not set you up with a recipe? That's bad on me. Copper bars. Alright, so go back into here. You get modified to be copper bars. I can't believe I forgot that. There we go. Copper plate into copper wires. 3, 2, 1. That takes a minute, doesn't it? So you need plates, iron plates and copper wires to make conveyor belts. I feel a lot better now with this because now I have the ability to do a lot of stuff. I'm only using not even half of my power. Cool. Let's go down here and get some air from this guy over here. Nice. Now let's see this. Copper bars. No, I think I'm gonna keep the copper bars in there though because screws. I gotta make screws next. And rods, that's really good. Plates I keep reusing. These are mostly for walls. Copper wires. Boom, boom, boom. Iron. Copper. Why are we having a oh. That's why. That's fine. The Adventures of the Space Brick? Maybe. I don't know what comes out next. I've got these guys going this way. I mean, I guess I could set up... This is copper here instead of being a 1-to-1. Just saying bump that. Could set up a logic switch here saying only straight and to the right. Copper. But that'll mess things up, I think. Do I have anything that's not... Yeah, I have some gold here. Hold on. I've really got to figure out hydrogen soon. Not even. We're gonna do any natural copper coming through? No. Gonna force out some copper. I want to see what happens if it gunks up the works here. Coming up any second. I'm gonna delete this just so that it looks nice. See where it comes from. Yes, it is. Hydrogen is what we used to power. We unlocked that when we unlocked our thrusters. All right, so that's good. It'll feed that into here. Good, good, good. But I want to see what happens now also when something isn't hydronia. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to clear this out, all these ice cubes. And you're going to see it go crazy with more ice cubes. There's so much ice in this machine. Here comes all the backed up stuff. That's what I'm saying. I really got to figure out what to do with the ice before I finish anything else now. Because now we've started doing all this stuff here. I need to figure out how to, like, what I'm going to do to ship it up here to get put into the hydrogen production. Because the cubes go into a water condenser or something like that. Then the water gets fed into a hydrogen pump. So I have to do that. But I also can't split the ice out completely because I have to manually, for the time being, redo all of, like, when it comes time to, like, refill my air, I have to do that manually from that pump on the side of the ship. Just this stuff here has been so backed up. Well, now I think some gold and other stuff went through, so let's see if that messed anything up here. No, it didn't. Cool. But it will mess that up. Okay. So we can do that. We can say, like, whatever comes down here eventually. Because if we start, like, just plugging into planets, once we set up a mining outpost, it'll be a little easier. Alright, so we have all this ice down here. That's going to cause problems. So if we were to send it up this ways... Well, what I need to do is, because when it hunts for carbon, these things, a lot of times the carbon, where if it's just a pure carbon, I can't do it out here. So like this guy here, where is it? A lot of times carbon has ice. So I have to figure out what to do with the byproduct of the ice is what the issue is, so that it doesn't gunk up the works here. Gunking them up. So what I have to really do now is, I guess, a blueprint for hydranias. That wouldn't be mining. Well, the conveyor is fine. Well, that whole conveyor thing is just for excess product, because each one of these blueprints I'm making has their own miner dedicated to their specific resource. So it's just like extra going into it. But hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I need to figure this out again in my head. Yeah, icebreaker into water cells feeds into pipes, which goes to a hydro generator, which also makes food. Interesting. This makes hydrogen so you can build other things. Is hydrogen a requirement for any kind of buildings? Or is it just part of like recipe stuff? Also have no idea how to build what the canteen is or what comes from that. Gold plates and gold wires. Gotta make screws. Okay, hold on. So we gotta do screws. We gotta do hydrogen. So let's do hydrogen first. Because now we have all the blocks we need to build all of the devices, essentially. I basically unlocked creative mode in the normal game. Alright, so that's that. Hydro generator has to get a hookup of 3 things. What does it take? Oh. Carbon and water. Carbon and water, huh? Okay. We put this here. Hydrogen. We need power. We need water. And we need carbon. That can be an easy one for the miner. Carbon, and then you got going the wrong way. Into one. Oh, that's just enough, I think. Store. Two. Carbon would be just send ice. This. That's all I've run into so far. At least those 4. So basically, send the carbon into there. This is going to be the icebreaker. I want it to go like... No, I'd have to have it be like this. No. We want to have it be a water cell. That would be a giant water cell that we plug this into. Right. Have wire, wire, wire. And then this would feed into the ice. Oh, hold on a secondo. Push this back. Right. Get ice off there. Put another one here specifically for ice. Then set up your water catcher to be Why couldn't it be easier? I mean, the easier way would be to just swap the sides, obviously, but put this here instead. There goes with that. And also device, no, mining. Carbon. And then also where this is, we can also have the ice go up to it. That's what we're going to do. The ice is going to dump in from the bottom and from in here. So that is good for hydrogen, I believe. Yeah. Can you modify what goes out? No. Well, this is only going to be hydrogen in there, so I guess that'll be how that limits that out. But also I got to name this. Hydrogen. Okay. So considering that the ice is all under here, we want to put it somewhere near here, maybe? Blueprints. Hydrogen. Oh, perfect, dude. That is like too freaking perfect for... Yeah. Perfect. All right, then we also need to take that out. That's where it's going to come up from. Not so perfect. Have to do a little rewiring here. A new challenger approaches. Let's do it like this. You. If I take this off of here and if I pipe it around. That negates the need for this wire going all the way across. Then we could also connect it down here. Everything's connected again. Everything's juicing. Right, so now we take you. Up. Up. This has to come this way. You come this way. Down one. One more. Yeah. Start feeding up the ice at least. Yeah. I also just realized I definitely need to have an ice thing on this as well. And there ain't no room for that. That's all the ice I have now. One of 16,000. 0 of 16,000. Why you are not storing? Oh, because the pipe isn't hooked up. Cool. I forgot to do that. I may have made a boo-boo. What if I just put a an auto collector here, right? Connect it to you. Ice it. A little messy, but can't believe I forgot that. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a problem. Gotta set that little storage guy up. Affogato. One, two, three. I should really set this up differently. Also forgot to set you up with hydrogen as your thing. Alright, let's redo this one completely. Tear it down. I done made a boo-boo. Rid of this. That. Okay. Back to the blueprint drawing board, because I totally spaced on two important things. We're not getting ice in normally, which should definitely be a thing. Do that right here. That'll change up everything though. It won't be in the same spot, which is fine. Is it though? Because here's the other thing too, is this will get ice. Ice always has carbon on it. Could I just turn this into an ice machine? Let me see something. Let me see something. Ice is only ice, and then sometimes carbon. So if I go back into you and I say, give me ice instead, it removes removes that. But no, I need the other part. Well, yeah, there's the, I could do this more efficient and better, but also I did forget to a major ingredient. Like, there's no ice generation. I'm only relying on the belt coming from downstairs, where occasionally a carbon asteroid has it, but also I've been scooping it up manually, so like I don't know how efficient it would be. So I'm gonna have to revisit the drawing board on my design. Yeah, let's get rid of this part. That's the part that is not making the sense. So we have that, and we have this. You're going to be getting me ice. So what this is going to do then is also send things here that are carbon. Boom, easy. Vice, no, utilities. That's the water intake. What if we forget about that for a moment? We want to have a block of maybe just have a 3x3. Nothing crazy. Connect that. Ice is going to go this way, and then if I were to problem is it's taking this way and dumping water that way. I have to dump water that way. I wish you could make it mirror, but you can't. Then the other option is, well, I guess the other option would be set it up this way or this way. And then have your mining set up over here. For you to be ice. Paths. There we go. That'll be for that. And then if there is any carbon, gets bumped here. This off here. Can't do that the way that I wanted to. Okay. Okay. Because then if I bump the ice over here... this way. That might work, actually. Ice goes here. And carbon goes here. I mean, it kind of works. Just wish I can get to this without having to modify. One, two, three. Yeah, so get rid of all the metals into there. If you have ice, pump it all the way around to here and it goes in. This is going to take ice and carbon. If it has carbon in it, it's going to pump it back out to here, which will feed back into the machine. Now that is complete, I think. Then wherever I had that other space pumping up can also pump up onto this because it's just the ice. Right? Yes. I'm going to say yes, but also I have to redo some wiring. I forgot about putting wiring in on all the stuff. Yeah, that's down here. This one, too. Those two get wiring. You so one machine, two machine. You just pumped up. You pumped up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I already have it done. 1, 2, 3, 4 because they're next to each other. All right, let's try that one out instead. Dronias. Why is this extended so far? Dronia? I mean, technically, yeah. Gotta put an extra plate down. And then rewire everything. That's gonna pump that up. If I wanted to, I could send up water from underground too. That's also kind of neat and fancy. We'll connect here. We'll connect here. This lone guy out here. I think that's everything. Son of a bitch, I forgot to do this again. Hydronia. Let's see. Ice coming in. Already got hydrogen being saved. Nice. Oh yeah, we're pumping out water. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of ice cubes coming up from there. Now that I've got it all figured out. Before, when I was, I guess, running the game for like ever, trying to figure stuff out, it was kind of silly. This is getting to be kind of silly, but also it just works, so I'm gonna leave it be. You know? Oh no, the gold! It's pooping. I gotta figure out what to do with the gold next. Get into you. Alright. The next bit of business, which is gonna be fun, is a blueprint for screws. And I think screws... Wait a minute, can I just throw a blueprint on here without having to do other things? So here's the fun part. Wow, I could do that? Dude, you can make blueprints so huge. What the hell? But I can't build over here. That's the problem now. I can't. I have to take it as is, or yeah, remove. Okay, so new. The problem is that no, it's not manufacturers. It's constructors. Need rods. We just saw before. Rods take up a whole bunch. So if we were to do this, I would essentially need it like that. I'm going to get rid of you and this, because we're going to send it the other way. Sending it down this way. That's where the rods come out. Rods then are going to go into a manufacturer. Is it a manufacturer? I forget. No. What was it? Was it a constructor? Was it a constructor? Yeah, constructor. That's fine? Question mark. You're gonna make me steel screws, and steel screws are just gonna come out of here. That saved a lot of time, actually. If I would have known about that, we would have saved a whole bunch of time before. And that's it. Just have to add one piece. Kill a thing over there and add a piece over here. Now, will this save properly? I go to my blueprints and I say, hey, that's a mighty big blueprint you got there, huh? It saves. I'm gonna extend this. Never had so many like tile pieces in my entire playthrough so far. So there is a limit to how far it'll go. Burn the whole stack. blueprints. Still need more room. We'll put you here. The other trick is you don't want to have it. Yeah, alright, I still gotta build it out a little more. But that's the spot. How much more do I have? 347. I guess all that time that I'm in there also accounts for stuff. I don't have enough. Time to hook it all up. I have a feeling we're going to start running out of power soon. No. I'm still at only half. Power consumption 93. We've just approached half power. Just want to see it work and then I'll be happy. And for the machines to warm up and get resources. There we go. Watching them work. Did I tell you to be screws? I did. Okay. Also got screws in here. That's a lot of screws. I'll take them out, actually. So they're working on making our rods. Rods go to here. Here starts making what we need. This may have to move over a little bit because I forgot that that was the sushi belt. Son of a bitch, but it works. I see the screws coming out. The only part that sucks about the blueprints is the removal. Yoink. Move it over. Okay, because this, I forget about you, comes down to here. We want to do blueprint. This was called screws. look at something here. Where does it have the iron intake? That one. So that's the iron intake. That's the coal. So if I throw iron onto this part here, it'll feed into the machine. Okay. There. Yeah, that should do it. So this is gonna be a splitter now. Here's what we're gonna do. So left and straight, so 50-50. Only copper goes into there, so we're gonna have to do another iron if it comes that way. And we gotta hook up the power. Right, all that stuff I did just before. Used to have power. Because that would be these two. Accidentally hooked them up with power. Nothing in this circuit should have power. Correct. Right. Power. Sir. There we go. That should be everything. Now you're going to start making screws again. So I see that, I'll be happy. So there goes the... Yeah. Right, here's the test. Iron coming down. That's the bump. You're taking so long to process. Are you not powered? Oh no, you're not powered. Whoopsies. There we go. Okay, everything is happening the way it should now. This might also dump out ore through this piece here. That's fine. But not fine. I have to change it to be this piece goes here. Get rid of this. We only want the sushi belt because if anything else, this will start to like put to other iron spots potentially. I don't want it to have to be like this one is supposed to just be feeding this factory. I want it to feed anywhere else. So now we have screws being automated. Cool. Dump the rest of these in here. Got where my rods are because it's not really easy to tell. There they are. Why is there gold in there? That's weird. Anyway, we have our plates, our wires. Wires are fill up quick. We have the sheets already starting to fill in, which is nice. Feel nice. I'm just gonna dump all this in there. Hydrogen production, nice. All right, we're in a much better spot than we were on Tuesday when I started first playing this. One day we'll get to you, Altoonies. Place in PA called Altoona has a really bizarre style of pizza attributed to them. What else do we need to do? Oh, I need to... Oh, when a plan comes together, yep. We're just gonna make a giant, I don't know what this is. The manufacturing level. Then the next step... Oh, I gotta hydrate or aerate. The next step is gonna be hooking up this when it goes to a planet. Feed into this. I guess the other thing to do would be, I guess when we start doing that, we probably won't need all these automated pieces, and then I could set up, I guess, a distribution network of materials. Like as it is right now, I don't think we need to go colonize stuff. We're doing pretty okay right now. I say that, but I need to do one thing, which is I have to start researching stuff. So we're here for oxygen barrier and human migration. This means humans will come over. I've also got to, so I have to just also make sure I have this. We have electricity going. Smelters, this, grappling hook, I don't need any more. Cosmic harpoon, engineering, logistics, drilling, construction. Making use of everything so far. Inventory expand, robot. So this is the one that I don't understand. So I guess if I have a ton of hydrogen set up, like if I were to go into my inventory, I don't know. Robots assembler. Heck and gold. I guess that would be the next thing, is getting gold out of here. I guess I could make a gold bar production thing. I know gold wires are going to be used for something soon, but I don't think I see gold that often out here. I want to do something though. Do I have so much power hooked up to these guys. First off, do this from the inside. Colony movement camera. Stop. There's no way to like turn, is there? I gotta go put jets over here. So let's put the jets here. I need 14 of them. What's center? How wide is this? 21, so 11 is here. Okay. And then over here, we just remove air. Please don't fucking take off. Yeah.
Warning, electric storm incoming.
Suck a butt. I only killed half my stuff. Colony movement. Let's go back to and slow it down a little bit. Stop. All right. We have room to go. Hold on. I thought we were closer. This. Stop. Okay. I wish to put my other docker here. There's one on this planet already, right? Yeah. don't use up all my juice. Right. So let's build here. Be all good here now, hopefully. Okay. Perfect. Now let's begin the docking process. Too far. Why didn't it take me with it? I think I have to be in this spot in order for it to work. There we go. Now we're docking. Hell yeah. We have successfully docked. And then what we'll have to do is like pipe this. Here. Here. And that's a lot of work, I guess. Whatever comes on goes through here up into this calamity. All right. What's the power consumption at? Still half. Nice. Yeah, we'll dig for resources here next time, I guess. I'll continue with my blueprints because this is definitely more working in my favor than the other way. Maybe I definitely need to start doing that in Satisfactory. When I do a 1.0, like when I play through Satisfactory for like real, like solo for real, I'm gonna probably make use of all the stuff there. But yeah, I have to figure out like maybe put the gold stuff here because I'm also gonna have to get into gold wire production and all that other stuff. What else is there to do here? So yeah, we've got engines, we've got dock made. I have to make iron wire, which I believe is just gonna be the same as copper wires. But like, instead of you bringing in copper, you're bringing in iron. You're gonna be iron. You're gonna make iron bars. Make iron plates. You're gonna make iron wires. That's it. That's the way. So what I have to figure out next is getting everything involved with the sushi belt. Instead of into this storage. Yeah, this is now iron wires, I guess, or just wires. Wire. I'm gonna keep calling it iron wire. Yeah, I guess that'll go. I also hope there's no limit on blueprints, because that would be annoying as hell. There. Everything's on separate lines. And we'll feed this with this one. There we go. Now we have another kind of wires being done. I think I just literally put the wires together, which is actually kind of cool. Oh, man. Really gotta get rid of the gold stuff. This is also iron. So have to set up this guy here. Yep. Now this guy should go through here. What? Oh, to the right side. Now that I need it, it's not coming through. Here it comes. That's not what I'm looking for. My one piece of iron. I really got to get that other upgrade too for the faster belts would be nice. I'm going to go in here and you're going to go here, hopefully. Please? I just want to see if this works. Good. Now that should send it into there because it's the same type. There you go. Okay. Terrific. Now what's being stored in here is copper. I wonder if... a little bit of everything. I mean, eventually everything's going to be on this giant distribution net system here. It's copper. It's not copper, it's this guy. Where's your output blocked? Because that is not... There's... Oh. Oh. Iron should not be... Should it? No. It'll just keep looping around until it, Oh, it's an endless loop of copper. Cool. Not at all what I thought it was going to do. That's not going to work. I thought that was going to work, but it doesn't cycle through everything. It just cycles through however many it can clear out. So if I like drop an iron onto there, technically it will work to a point. So many odd little... It's kind of an infinite... It'll eventually become an infinite loop. Like, if I pull off all this stuff... I drop, yeah. First off, let's save. Did have a fatal error one time randomly. I'm getting... Let's check my resources.
Warning, meteor rain incoming.
That's new! That's planet side. Electrical storms, meteor rain. That's what happens. Hey, I got an achievement for that. Just hanging out on the side. Survive impact of a comet, grow a plant, drive a design a vehicle. Parallel universes, survive contact with a black hole, complete the game. There's a bunch of stuff happening in this game. I likes it. I likes it. Yeah, but now we're back to doing more. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As long as there's less than 7 of a piece in here, it'll work and filter out what I need it to filter out, but that's not a solution. Some resources. So we have wire, copper wire, iron plates, copper plates, rods, tons of bars, which is great. I really should set that up. Nice, no. Yes, laboratory. It's my laboratory. There's no purpose, so I'm just gonna set up a thing over here. Yes, power. Right. We're gonna drop a ton of this stuff in here. Where's my bar? Oh, they're at the other side. They're in this guy. Got 121, 101. I guess I have to do that too now. Set up just iron bar production. Just bars, which is just a smelter. Guess what I could do is whatever's going into these things, I could set up to be on a ramp up higher, like how I had in Star Rupture, where there was like the express lane with whatever was going forward would go on the outside. So basically, it would be like put them all up to a level, bring it around, and then have it rejoin on this, and then this thing feeds into each system. Anywhere where there's one of these, it'll feed into whatever. It'll be like kind of replacing it eventually. It capture for every material. You could set up. Well, yeah, you can only capture one type at a time. Like you could have it do an auto thing where it pulls everything that it sees, or you can have it focus on a specific ore. But not every ore comes as just that thing. Like this guy here, attracted. It has 5 iron. Oh, it has iron in it? Ugh. I'm gonna die out here. Tech tree. I have 20 points to use. Oxygen barrier? That might be nice. What is this oxygen hub you speak of? Oh. Oh, because in here I have an oxygen generator, which I just need water and electricity. I don't think I'm going to be using all of this water at once. didn't realize that this other stuff comes with the meteors, the ice meteors. I knew it did for this because this is the carbon, but you have to figure out another step with how to deal with the excess. So this one is completely jammed. Why are you jammed? It takes so long to do that. And that's fine. This is just gonna chill. Also this. I don't think this is gonna work this way. Whoa, Zane with a raid. How you doing, bud? Is it the raspberry? What do you mean the raspberry? What are you talking about, raspberries? How you doing, Zane? What were you playing tonight? I gotta figure this out now. Guess add iron to that list. That's gonna cause a whole bunch of trouble. Witcher 3. Oh, raspberry jam. I get it. I get it now. Alright, so this is jammed because it didn't have enough coal to process all those plates. This has way too many stuffs to be doing that. Okay. Cool. Let's just try to figure this out. We have, for the most part, we have a lot more research points now. Hold on. Human migration. Okay. Interact with the bot. Where are you? There you are. Welcome the first astronauts. I don't want to do this. They will arrive when you call them through the docking station. So I could just be like, hey. How do I call them from the... Oh, my front thrusters are still thrustering? Whoopsies. If I were to undock... I can't call astronauts though, because... Cost gold bars to get these guys here. Oh. Yeah, no. Other people are gross. I don't want them. Hydrogen, copper, this guy. You can basically deconstruct this guy now. This. Okay. You. Okay. So we have most of the parts that we need automated finally. I have to work on what to do with the excess, the overflow byproduct, I guess you want to call it. And how to put it back into the system. And also figure out how to deal with gold. Guess we'll set that up over here maybe, and then expand a little more. How much 433. That's not bad. I'm getting plates like crazy. All right. I'm gonna save it here. We gotta call it a night because it is way past my bedtime. I'm getting tired. I'm an old man now. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you to Zane. Sorry, it's a raid and run situation. I was not planning on being on this late, but thank you for the raid anyway. Welcome everybody. Apologies that I'm not going to be here for a long time. If you came over from the raid, I'm METALGAMERGEEK. I play just about anything that catches my fancy, from automation games to first-person shooters to survival games to roguelikes to 2D platformers. You name it, I'll play it at least once. But I'm gonna call it a night here. I'll be back on Monday, and I think that's with the group of dudes. We're all playing Satisfactory. I'm on like an automation game kick, essentially, is what's happening. But appreciate everybody for being here. If you're lurking out there on Twitch, do me a huge favor. Drop a follow. It's the easiest and the freest way to support the channel. If you're over on YouTube, drop a like, hit subscribe if you're not already subbed to the channel, and ring the notification bell. You'll get alerted when I post content and when I go live. But everybody, appreciate you being here. Thank you, Raiders, for hopping over. Calling it a night. Everybody enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.